My girlfriend posted a TikTok, "Get ready with me to dump my boyfriend," while I was buying flowers. I saw it, said nothing. Then I beat her to it. The video she posted 6 hours later, titled "He Actually Did It," had 4 million views. I, 27 male, was at Sullivan's florist on Maple Street, holding yellow roses, Ashley's favorite, when my phone started blowing up. 5 texts in 10 seconds, all from different people, all saying the same thing. Dude, check TikTok. Opened the app, top of my feed because 3 people had already sent it to me. There was Ashley, 25, my girlfriend of 18 months, full makeup, hair curled, wearing that black dress I'd bought her for her birthday. Text overlay, "Get ready with me to dump my boyfriend tonight." The audio was some breakup song. She was lip-syncing, smiling, doing a little dance, having the time of her life, getting ready to destroy our relationship. Posted 47 minutes ago. 340K views, 28K likes, 1,200 comments. I scrolled through them. Yas, Queen Energy. He probably deserved it. Can't wait for the story time. You look so happy. That says everything. The florist, this older lady, named Ruth, asked if I was okay. Must have seen my face. Changed my mind about the flowers, left them on the counter, got in my car and just sat there. Here's what really got me. This wasn't some impulsive post. She'd planned this, done her hair and makeup, picked an outfit, chosen music, written the text, filmed it, edited it, posted it as she was supposed to be at her friend Natalie's place for a girls' night. My phone buzzed, group chat with the guys. Colby, bro, I'm so sorry. Marcus, what are you gonna do? Dante, want us to come over? Didn't respond. Just drove home to our apartment, the apartment we'd moved into together 6 months ago. Split rent, split utilities, both our names on the lease. She wasn't home yet. Out celebrating with Natalie, probably. Planning her big moment. I did something I'm not proud of, but don't regret. Open TikTok, hit record. So I just saw my girlfriend's video about dumping me tonight. Here's the thing. I was at the florist buying her favorite flowers, but you know what? She doesn't have to worry about dumping me anymore. Panned the camera around our living room. Because I'm doing it first. Ashley, we're done. Not because of the video itself, but because you thought it was okay to make our relationship a public spectacle for views. I deserve better than being someone's content. Stopped recording, stared at it for a full minute, posted it. Then I started packing. Update 1, my video hit different. Within an hour, 500K views. 2 hours, 1.2 members. By the time Ashley got home at 9:47 p.m., I was at 2.8 million views and trending. Heard her key in the lock. She was laughing, probably still on the phone with Natalie. Then silence. Then footsteps running to the bedroom where I was putting clothes in boxes. What the actual hell, Trevor? She was holding her phone, my video playing on repeat. Hey, girls' night good? You posted that? That video? Yeah, figured if you could make content about our relationship, so could I. That's not, I was just joking. It was for engagement. You know how TikTok works. 3.4 million people don't think you were joking. Neither do I. Started to push past her with a box. She grabbed my arm. You can't leave. We need to talk about this like adults. Adults don't post videos about dumping their partners while those partners are buying them flowers. Her face changed. You were buying me flowers? Yellow roses. Your favorite. Ruth probably still has them if you want to pick them up. Something flickered across her face. Guilt? Regret? Lasted maybe 2 seconds. Okay, that's bad timing, but you're being dramatic. It was just a silly video. Then delete it. What? You heard me. If it's just a silly video that didn't mean anything, delete it. Right now. I'll delete mine. We move forward. She looked at her phone. Back at me. At her phone again. Trevor, it has 890K views now. I've gained 12,000 followers in 3 hours. I can't just delete it. There it is. There it is. The views matter more than I do. That's all I needed to know. Pushed past her with the box. She followed me down to my car. Where are you even going to go? Colby's letting me crash. Already asked. This is insane. You're throwing away our whole relationship. No, Ashley. You did that when you made that video. I'm just respecting your wishes. Drove off. She was still yelling from the sidewalk, phone in hand. Probably recording a follow-up already. Got to Colby's place around 11. He'd already made up the couch, had beer in the fridge, didn't ask questions. Real one. Checked my phone at midnight. Ashley had posted a new video. Her crying, actually crying this time, on our couch. Text: when your boyfriend dumps you before you can explain it was just a joke. I never wanted this. Comments were split. Half going, you played stupid games, half going, OMG, he's so petty and insecure. My video was at 4.1 million views. Hers was at 1.8 million. Qley came into the living room. You good? No, but I will be. The next morning I woke up to 47 missed calls from Ashley, 23 texts. Voicemails ranged from angry to apologetic to accusatory. Final text: fine, you want to play this game? Let's play. Blocked her number. Update 2. The entitlement hit its stride around day 5. Ashley had blown up on TikTok, like, actually blown up. 340k followers in less than a week. She'd pivoted her entire account to healing after public heartbreak content. Every video was about our relationship, how she was moving on, lessons learned. The irony was impressive. Building a brand on healing from a breakup she literally filmed herself planning to initiate. But here's where it got good. She started showing off. New clothes, fancy coffee, dinner at places we could never afford when we were together. Tagged posts from brands sending her free stuff. She was making bank. My buddy Marcus sent me a screenshot of her Instagram story. She was at some influencer event, caption, funded by my haters. Then came the text from an unknown number. Hey Trevor, this is Natalie. We need to talk about Ashley. She's planning something, and I thought you should know. Natalie, Ashley's supposed best friend, the one who was with her the night of the video. Qley'd her. What's going on? She's working with a production company. They want to do a documentary series about you guys. She already signed contracts. They're offering her $75,000. For what? To tell her side of the story. But here's the thing. She's been showing me footage they've filmed. Trevor, she's lying about everything. Making you sound abusive, controlling, says you isolated her from friends. That's insane. Why are you telling me this? Silence. Then, because I was there, I know the truth, and what she's doing is wrong. The video was my idea. I told her it would be funny, get engagement. I didn't think you'd actually see it before she talked to you. But now she's acting like she's the victim, and I can't watch her destroy your reputation for money. What do I do? Get a lawyer. She's about to make a lot of money painting you as a villain. Called my uncle Richard. He's a lawyer, does family and contract stuff. Explained the situation. They can't use your likeness without permission, Trevor. And if she's defaming you, even better. I'll send her a cease and desist. Production company too. The cease and desist hit Ashley 3 days later. She called me from Natalie's phone, forgot I'd blocked her number. You're suing me? I'm protecting myself from your lies. Lies? I'm just telling my story. Your story involves lying about me being abusive. That's defamation. I never said you were abusive. I said you were controlling. Same thing in legal terms when you're making money off it. Ask your lawyers. She hung up, posted a video within the hour. Being legally harassed by my ex for sharing my truth. This is what silencing victims looks like, but I won't be silenced. The comments were predictable. Sue him back. He's proving your point. Toxic masculinity at its finest. But something shifted. People started finding my video again. Started comparing the timelines. Started noticing Ashley's designer clothes and fancy lifestyle. Comments like, wait, who's the real victim here? Started appearing. Then the production company called Richard. Your client's cooperation would be valuable to our project. My client isn't interested in being part of your project. We're prepared to offer $40,000 for his participation and signed release. Richard called me. They're desperate. They've already paid Ashley and filmed her segments. Without your release, they can't air it. We can push for more. How much more? Let me handle it. He got them to $95,000, plus script approval on any segments mentioning me, plus a clause that any provably false statements about me would be edited out or they'd face a lawsuit. Signed it. Deposited the check. Ashley found out when the production company informed her they'd resolved the release issue with the other party. She showed up at Qley's apartment, banged on the door at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Qley answered. Ashley, he doesn't want to see you. He took money from my documentary. I came to the door. Your documentary? Funny, since it's about both of us. They were supposed to pay me. That was my opportunity. And you were supposed to love me, but we all adjust our expectations. You're unbelievable. You've ruined everything. No, I set a boundary. You're the one who made our relationship public content. I just made sure I got paid for my likeness too. That money was supposed to help me move to a better apartment. Not my problem. Should have thought of that before you filmed yourself planning to dump me. She tried to push past Qley. He's 6'3" and blocked the doorway easy. You're going to regret this, Trevor. Everyone's gonna know what kind of person you really are. They already do, Ashley. I'm the guy who respected himself enough to leave when his girlfriend prioritized TikTok views over his feelings. I'm cool with that. Slammed the door. She screamed outside for another 10 minutes before someone in the building threatened to call the cops. The next morning, Ashley's mom, Patricia, called me. Somehow got my new number. Trevor, you need to give Ashley that money. She needs it more than you do. Hi, Patricia. How have you been? Don't be smart. That money was meant for her documentary. The documentary about both of us. I signed a release allowing them to use footage about me. That costs money. She's struggling, living with her friend, while you took money that was supposed to help her. She's making more in a month off brand deals than I make in 3 months at my actual job. She'll be fine. You're being cruel. I'm being fair. She made our relationship public without my consent. I made it profitable. Seems balanced. Patricia called me a few more names, told me I'd never find someone as good as Ashley, then hung up. The documentary aired 6 weeks later. With my edits, it was actually pretty balanced. Showed both sides, showed the original videos, showed Ashley's follow-ups, showed her building a brand off our breakup. Reviews were mixed, but it did decent numbers. Ashley's followers plateaued around 480K. The brands stuck around, but the momentum had slowed. It's been 4 months since that day at the florist. The documentary buzz died down after a few weeks. Ashley's still doing the influencer thing. Different type of content now. More lifestyle stuff, less breakup healing. She deleted a bunch of the videos about me. Probably her lawyer told her to. Found out through Natalie, who stopped being friends with Ashley after the documentary aired, that Ashley tried to get back together with her ex before me. He turned her down. Then she tried dating another influencer for content synergy. That lasted 3 weeks. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents. The influencer money wasn't as consistent as she thought. Turns out girl who made viral breakup content isn't a sustainable long-term brand. Me? Used the 95K wisely. Paid off my student loans, 31K, put a down payment on a condo, 40, invested the rest. Living alone in my own place. No roommate, no Qley's couch, no drama. Found the apartment weirdly peaceful at first, then just normal. Made it mine. Got furniture I actually liked, painted the walls, no compromises. Work's been good. That whole being trending on TikTok thing was weird at the office for about a week, but then everyone moved on. Turns out, most people have enough drama in their own lives to care about mine long term. Started seeing someone new 2 months ago. Her name's Vanessa. She's a physical therapist, doesn't have TikTok, thinks the whole story is absolutely unhinged. Told her about it on our second date because I figured she'd find out eventually. She laughed. Said, "So you're telling me you're not going to post about me for views?" and ordered another drink. That's when I knew she was different. We're taking it slow. Really slow. Feels good not to rush. Ran into Ashley last week at the grocery store. Genuinely didn't see her until we were both reaching for cereal boxes. Froze for a second. "Hey," she said. Quiet. Not the confident TikTok Ashley voice. "Hey." Awkward silence. "You look good," she said. "Thanks. You too." Another pause. "I'm sorry, for what it's worth. The video was stupid. I got caught up in the attention, and I'm sorry." First time she'd actually apologized without trying to justify it. I appreciate that. "Are you seeing someone?" "Yeah." She nodded. "Good, that's good. You deserve someone who doesn't suck." Almost laughed. "You didn't completely suck, Ash. You just made a really bad choice. Worst choice. I think about that day sometimes. If I'd just not posted it, or talked to you first, or literally anything else. Can't change it now." "No, we can't." She grabbed her cereal, gave me a small wave, walked away. Didn't film it, didn't post about it, just left. Weird feeling, seeing her like that. Smaller somehow. Less sure of herself. Part of me felt bad, tiny part. But mostly I just felt done. Like that chapter was finally actually closed. Texted Vanessa after, ran into my ex, it was fine, weird but fine. She replied, wanna come over, making tacos. Went over, had tacos, watched a movie, didn't talk about Ashley. That's the thing about revenge, I guess. It's satisfying in the moment, getting that money, setting those boundaries, watching someone face consequences for their actions. But real satisfaction? That comes from just living better, building something new, being with someone who wouldn't dream of making you content. Ashley got her 15 minutes, got her followers, got her brand deals, and then what? She's back home. Those followers don't pay rent forever. And she's got a reputation as the girl who blew up her relationship for views. I got $95K, a paid-off student loan, a condo, and a girlfriend who doesn't own a ring light. Think I came out ahead. But sometimes, late at night, I think about those yellow roses. Wonder if Ruth threw them away, or if someone else bought them. Wonder what would have happened if I hadn't checked my phone at that exact moment. If I'd bought the flowers, gone home, and Ashley had broken up with me the normal way, would have hurt just as bad, probably, but at least it would have been private. Guess that's the trade-off we all make now. Privacy for attention, authenticity for engagement, real relationships for content. Ashley chose content. I chose peace. And honestly, peace is better. My girlfriend posted on social media, single and ready to mingle. While I was at work, I simply liked the post. Then I packed her things and made her status accurate. Her panicked DMs started flooding in within the hour. I, 38 male, was sitting in a quarterly review meeting when my phone buzzed. My girlfriend Rachel, 35, had just posted on Instagram, single and ready to mingle. New beginnings, free at last, living my best life. We'd been together 3 years, living together for 2. Just last week she was talking about vacation plans for next summer. I excused myself from the meeting, went to the bathroom, and liked her post. Then commented, "Congratulations on your new status." My buddy Derek immediately texted me, "Bro, you seeing this?" Me, "Yup. Handling it." See, Rachel had this thing where she'd threaten being single whenever she wanted attention or wanted me to chase her. Usually after I didn't immediately respond to her texts or didn't notice her new haircut fast enough. But posting it publicly? While I'm at work? That's a new level. I went back to my meeting, turned my phone on silent, had 2 more hours of presentations to sit through. By lunch, her post had 67 likes and tons of comments. Her friends were all, "Yes, queen," and "about time," and "he didn't deserve you anyway." Cool. Message received. I told my boss I had a family emergency. Technically not a lie. I was about to make myself single, and I consider that an emergency worth handling immediately. Drove home. Rachel's car wasn't there. She was at her yoga class. Perfect. I grabbed boxes from the garage and got to work. Carefully packed all her stuff. Her clothes, folded neatly, I'm not an animal. Her skincare collection that took up 80% of our bathroom. Her crafting supplies from the spare room she'd turned into her space. Her collection of succulents she named but never watered. The expensive espresso machine she insisted we needed but never used. Her vision board that ironically had loyalty written in glitter. Everything went into boxes, labeled them clearly, even included bubble wrap for the breakable stuff. Then I changed the locks. Cost me $150 for the emergency locksmith, but the guy was cool about it. "Rough day?" he asked. I showed him her post. He gave me a discount. Put all her boxes neatly in the garage. Sent her a text. "Saw your relationship status update? Glad you're embracing your truth. Your belongings are packed and in the garage. Code is 1234. Please collect by end of day. Wish you all the best in your single journey." Then I grabbed a beer and waited. The panicked texts started at 2:13 p.m. "Baby, it was a joke. I was just mad you didn't text me good morning. You know I didn't mean it. This is so typical of you to overreact. Are you serious right now? You can't just kick me out. Where am I supposed to go?" I didn't respond, just screenshotted everything. By 3 p.m., she deleted the post, but I'd already saved screenshots. The internet is forever, Rachel. Update 1. Rachel showed up at 4 p.m. with her mom Janet and her best friend Melissa. Apparently she thought backup would help. Janet immediately started, "This is ridiculous. You're really going to throw away 3 years over a silly post?" "I'm not throwing away anything." Rachel announced she's single. "I'm just helping her commit to her decision." Melissa chimed in, It was obviously a cry for attention. You should know her by now. I do know her. That's why her stuff is packed. Rachel was doing the angry cry thing. You know the one, where they're trying to look sad, but they're actually just pissed they got called out. You liked my post. You liked it. That's so petty. I was being supportive of your choice. It wasn't a choice. It was a manipulation tactic that backfired. Janet gasped like I'd slapped her. How dare you speak to her that way? The same way she dared to publicly humiliate me while I was at work. Rachel tried a different approach. Baby, please, I love you. You know I do. I was just frustrated. You've been so distant lately. Distant? I literally made you breakfast this morning. We watched a movie together last night. What exactly was distant? You didn't notice my new nails. I looked at her hands. They're the same color as last week. No, last week was ballet slipper. This is bubble bath. Even Melissa looked embarrassed at that one. They loaded up the boxes while Rachel kept trying different tactics. Anger. You'll regret this. Bargaining. We can go to couples therapy. Denial. This isn't really happening. More anger. You're such a child. Fake acceptance. Fine, I'll stay with someone who actually appreciates me. That last one was interesting. Oh, who's that? She got flustered. Just people. Friends. You don't know them. Janet jumped in. She can stay with me. And you'll be hearing from a lawyer about illegal eviction. She's not on the lease. She's been a month-to-month guest. I gave her more notice than required. But sure, call a lawyer. I have screenshots of her declaring herself single, pretty sure that ends any domestic partnership claims. They left, but not before Rachel sent one final zinger. Kevin from my CrossFit would never treat me like this. Ah, Kevin from CrossFit. Suddenly things made more sense. Update 2. Woke up to 62 missed calls. Rachel, Janet, Melissa, and some number I didn't recognize. The unknown number left a voicemail. Hey man, this is Kevin. From CrossFit? Rachel's at my place, and she's pretty upset. Could you maybe take her back? She showed up with like all her stuff. I thought we were just flirting, bro. I didn't sign up for this. Amao. Then Rachel's text started. Kevin's place smells weird. He has a roommate, a female roommate. Who's his girlfriend? Please can we talk? I made a mistake. I love you. I responded once. Thought you were single and ready to mingle? She called immediately. I let it go to voicemail. Meanwhile, her social media was popping off. She'd posted a new update. When you realize what you had too late. Heartbroken, true love, please forgive me. The comments were hilarious. Half her friends were confused. Wait, I thought you were leaving him? Didn't you just say you were single? Girl, what is happening? Derek sent me screenshots from Rachel's friend Brittany's Instagram story. Rachel crying on someone's couch with the caption, "Men are trash. Be there soon, babe." But here's where it gets really good. Got a call from our property manager, Tom. Rachel had gone to the leasing office claiming I illegally locked her out and demanding a key. She's not on the lease, right? Me, correct. And she's been living there how long? About 2 years, but as my girlfriend, she publicly announced we're not together anymore. Yeah, she showed me the single post thinking it would help her case. It did not. Apparently she went full Karen on poor Tom, demanded to speak to his manager, threatened to leave bad reviews, even tried to cry her way into a key. Tom's manager, Patricia, had to come down and escort her out when she wouldn't leave. Then Janet called from a number I hadn't blocked yet. You've ruined her life. She's traumatized. She announced she was single. I agreed with her. It was a test. All men know that when a woman says she's single, she wants you to fight for her. Janet, I'm 38. I'm too old for tests, also too old to fight for someone who publicly humiliates me. She was at Kevin's, and how'd that work out? His girlfriend kicked her out. Shocking. This is all your fault, if you just paid more attention to her. Janet, she complained, I didn't notice the difference between ballet slipper and bubble bath nail polish. I'm not a nail tech. A real man would learn. A real woman wouldn't announce she's single on social media. She hung up on me. Update 3. Things escalated in the most ridiculous way possible. Rachel organized what I can only describe as a win him back intervention. At 7 a.m. on a Saturday, I woke up to pounding on my door. Opened it to find Rachel, Janet, Melissa, Brittany, Rachel's sister Emma, and some woman I'd never met who turned out to be a relationship coach named Destiny. Destiny started immediately. "We're here to help you process your toxic masculinity and abandonment issues." Me, I need coffee for this. They pushed their way in. Rachel had clearly coached them because they all started at once. Emma, Rachel's been crying for 3 days. She made one mistake. Melissa, you're throwing away something beautiful. A real man would forgive her. Destiny, your aura is very dark right now. I held up my hand. Stop. Rachel, why are you here? To fight for us? There is no us. You said you were single. It was a joke. Explain the joke to me. What's funny about publicly humiliating your partner? Destiny jumped in. She was expressing her need for attention in the only way she knew how. She could have, I don't know, talked to me. Men don't listen. Janet screeched. I'm listening now. Rachel, what did you want? Rachel got quiet. Then, I wanted you to comment on my posts more, like Kevin does. Kevin, who has a girlfriend, who you didn't know about. That's not the point. What is the point? She started ugly crying. The point is, you should have known I didn't mean it. Emma stepped forward. You've been together 3 years. You should know her by now. I do know her. I know she threatens to leave whenever she doesn't get her way. I know she plays games instead of communicating. I know she went running to Kevin the second I called her bluff. Rachel screamed, I didn't sleep with him. Congratulations? You want a cookie for not cheating? Destiny tried again. Your energy is blocking reconciliation. I sense past trauma. The only trauma I have is from this conversation. That's when Rachel pulled out her phone. Fine. If you won't take me back, I'll just post about what kind of person you really are. She started typing dramatically. My ex kicked me out with nowhere to go, just because of a silly joke. Shows his true colors, abusive behavior, narcissist, red flags everywhere. I pulled out my phone too. Cool. Should I post the screenshots of you calling Kevin from CrossFit Daddy in the comments of his workout videos? Or the ones where you told Brittany I was, quote, boring but stable and you were keeping your options open? Everyone went silent. Rachel went pale. You went through my phone? No. Kevin's girlfriend sent them to me. Apparently you're not subtle. She's been watching you throw yourself at her boyfriend for months. Melissa whispered. Rachel, you said he was just a friend. Rachel deleted whatever she was typing. Janet tried one more time. Everyone makes mistakes, and everyone faces consequences. Now please leave, all of you. Destiny stood up dramatically. This man's chakras are completely blocked. Rachel, you're better off without him. Great, then we're all in agreement. They filed out, but Rachel turned at the door. You'll regret this. You'll be alone forever. No one will ever love you like I did. God, I hope not. Final update. So the aftermath has been enlightening. First, Kevin's girlfriend, Andrea, reached out. She wanted to thank me for taking out the trash, as she put it. Apparently, Rachel had been aggressively pursuing Kevin for months, commenting on all his posts, showing up to every class he taught, accidentally running into him at the smoothie place next door. Andrea sent me a greatest hits compilation. Rachel asking Kevin to check her form on exercises she'd been doing for years. Rachel claiming she needed a ride home because her car broke down. It didn't. Rachel trying to organize a CrossFit social event at her place when I was supposedly out of town. The kicker? Kevin's been with Andrea for 5 years. Rachel knew this. She attended their engagement party 6 months ago, with me. But here's where it gets truly insane. Rachel started dating someone new. 4 days after our breakup. 4 days. This man, Theodore, who goes by Teddy, is 52, divorced, and owns a chain of mattress stores. Rachel met him on a dating app that she'd apparently had for months. Just to make friends, she'd told Melissa, who immediately spilled this tea to everyone. Teddy posted a picture of them on his Facebook with the caption, "Found my queen." Derek sent it to me with, "Bro." But wait, there's more. Janet called me from Teddy's phone because I'd blocked all their numbers. You need to tell Teddy that Rachel's a good girl. Why would I do that? He's asking questions about why she's suddenly single. Maybe she should try honesty. He might not understand. Not my problem. You owe her that much. I owe her exactly nothing. She's going to lose him. And Teddy lasted exactly 11 days. dumped her via text. She posted the screenshot on Instagram before deleting it, saying, "You're not ready for a relationship. Also, you keep calling me by your ex's name. Also, my daughter found your single and ready to mingle post. She's concerned." Rachel's response? She showed up at my apartment at 11 p.m. drunk with a boombox. In 2024. She played our song. It wasn't even our song, it was some Taylor Swift breakup anthem while scream singing in the parking lot. My neighbor, Mrs. Rodriguez, called the cops. Rachel tried to explain she was doing a grand romantic gesture. The cop, who looked about 22 and deeply tired, said, "Ma'am, this is harassment." "Rachel, it's not harassment. It's love. He asked you to leave him alone?" "Yes, but then it's harassment." They gave her a warning and made her leave. Mrs. Rodriguez brought me cookies the next day and said, "That girl was crazy, Mijo. You dodged a bullet." The last I heard from the Gossip Network, Rachel's living with Janet. She's banned from the CrossFit gym. Andrea's friends with the owner. She started a podcast about surviving narcissistic abuse that has 3 episodes and 7 downloads, all from her family. Melissa and Brittany have slowly stopped hanging out with her. She's already on dating app number 3 with the bio, looking for a real man who can handle a strong woman. Emma reached out to apologize. "I didn't know about Kevin or the dating apps or any of it. I'm sorry. She's my sister, but you deserved better." As for me, I'm doing great. Started playing guitar again. Rachel hated the noise. Joined a hiking group. She thought nature was too buggy. Got promoted at work. Turns out not having daily drama really improves your focus. My apartment is peaceful. My succulents are somehow thriving without their names. I can watch whatever I want without someone telling me it's too boring while they scroll through Instagram. Derek set me up with his cousin Laura. She's an engineer, laughs at my dad jokes, and when I didn't notice her new haircut, she said, "Good, it was expensive and I hate it." We're taking things slow, but she's never once threatened to be single on social media. The bar is literally on the floor, and she pole vaults over it. Oh, and Rachel tried one final move. She sent a letter, an actual physical letter. It was 6 pages of her explaining how I misunderstood everything and how we were meant to be and how she's grown so much in the past month. I used it to level my coffee table. Works perfectly. To anyone dealing with someone who plays these games, you deserve better. Someone who wants to be with you doesn't announce they're single to the world. They don't have backup options at CrossFit. They don't test your love with public humiliation. And to Rachel, who I know is reading this because Emma told me you've been stalking my Reddit, yes, I'm happier without you. No, I don't miss you. And ballet slipper and bubble bath are the same damn color. Peace out. Edit. Stop asking for the podcast name. Don't give her the downloads. Also, Kevin and Andrea are doing great. They moved to get away from the drama. Good for them. Edit 2. No, I won't share the screenshots. I'm keeping them in case she escalates. But I'm not trying to destroy her life. I just wanted my peace back.